42 is a bit of a hard year. And the reason it's a hard year, like the 9 is a very emotional year. The 2, anything with a 2 is quite an emotional year as well. The 2 is, I'll start with the 2 because you've heard about the 4 already. The 4 is the doubts of the actions that you're taking. 2 is a message of love is all around. It's this idea that in lower frequency, it's this feeling of being unloved, unsupported, and there's this withdrawal that comes from it. There's a sad feeling, a depression that's attached to the number 2. So when we're in that vibe, the lower frequency, that particular lower frequency of the 2, we feel like the victim. We feel like nothing is ever working for us. Nobody's ever on our side. Everybody is always against us. Everybody treats everybody else so much better. But for us, it's like, why can't I have that? I was in that energy the other day. Yeah. Why can't I have that? What's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough for that? Why does that person get it, but I don't get it? It's like everybody else is to blame for what your world looks like, and you're the victim within your world. So 4 and 2 together, it's like this idea of the 4 is there's this decision that you've made and you're doubting that decision. So then let's say you made a decision to change jobs. I'm just giving you a random example. Let's say you got this inspiration that you should go after this job and you make the decision to go after this job. The 2 would be that you're not really going to have people around you that necessarily support that decision. So because you don't have people around you supporting you, that leads you to this idea that you're not being supported. No one loves you. No one cares about you. No one supports you. So you're doing this by yourself. And the 4 is really that. It is this thing that you do by yourself. And the reason generally the 4 is this thing that you do by yourself is because the people around you won't necessarily understand why you're doing it, because the 4 is coming after the 3. The 3 is this idea that you've received this information. This information is leading you to a place that you are more authentic to yourself, that it forces you to take off a mask, one of the masks that you have, and leads you to behave in a way that people around you don't necessarily understand, because the people around you are used to you having this mask. That's the version of you that they're used to. It is a fake version of you, but it's irrelevant. It's the version they're used to seeing on you. So when you take that mask off, there isn't that version of you anymore. You've become someone different. You're standing up for yourself more. You're a bit more confident in yourself. You may not necessarily be 100% confident with the mask off, but you've decided that you want to be truer to yourself. And it feels good to be truer to yourself. But everybody around you doesn't understand that. So 42 is this kind of place that you're discovering yourself. You're reinventing yourself. You're becoming someone different. But it will come at the cost of you not feeling like people around you really understand you. And the likelihood is they don't really understand you because you've never shown them that version of yourself. You've always been hidden with this mask. So it means that the more you show yourself in authenticity, the more they get used to this version. If they're meant for you, they will be there. If they're not meant for you, they will be taken away. Either way, you stand true to yourself. And it means that as you walk forward, things will start flowing to you a lot easier. The 42 is also a 6. 4 and 2 is 6. I always think of the 6 as a pole. So you can think of what I've just explained, for example. You can think of it in a negative or you can think of it as a positive. Let's use yourself and your authenticity. This is your authenticity. So you can think of it as, but people really liked me being that person, and maybe I should have just stayed how I was. Maybe I shouldn't have changed. Maybe it was better who I was because then people just accepted me in that way and they liked me as that version. And you can go to that place which makes you feel crap. It makes you feel like a fraud. It makes you feel like you're not able to be your true self because other people don't appreciate that true self. So there's nothing that feels good about this place. It makes you feel like the victim as well. People don't love me who I am. Or you can go from that place, which is the higher version of it. I really love being myself. I really love that I'm attracting my soul family, the family that will love me for who I am. I really love not needing to hide who I am and not needing to be fearful of whether people like that version of me or not, because if they don't like me, they don't like me, and that's all right. It's not everybody in this world that was meant for me. But I like who I am like this. I like who I'm becoming in this version of myself. And I like being true to myself because it feels really good to me. And the people that do like this version of me, I know that they're like me. They don't like this masked version of me, this faked version of me. They actually love who I am. So I really enjoy being this version of myself. There's always these two sides to view everything in life. And the more you sit in this version, the more you're attracting this version. You're attracting people that will hold you in this version. The more you're in this version, the more you're attracting your soul tribe to come to you. Another example of a 6. Let's say you really liked a house and you're like, oh, I really love that house. And then your thoughts start going to, but I can't have that with the 4. I can't, and with the 2 as well. Both of these kind of thoughts could come up with either of those numbers. I can't have that house. How am I going to have that house? That house can never be mine. Everybody else gets that house. I'll never have it. I don't have the money for it. My bank account will never support it. That's never happening for me. No one ever does anything nice for me. I never have that house. I don't deserve that house, or I'm not good enough for that house. All of these thoughts can come out. Or we can have, oh, I really love that house. To live in that house, woo! I feel excited at just the thought of living in that house. And you start imagining yourself in that house. You're like, oh, my bedroom will be there, and and the sun that comes through that. Oh, it would be so nice that would be my kitchen. And you start decorating it in your mind. You're having parties in that house. You imagine the keys coming into your hand, and there's nothing that stops you from imagining how beautiful that house would be to live in. There are no limitations to what you perceive or what you could want, because you know that whatever you send out, the universe will bring back. So from here, the universe can only bring back the lack of, because what your energy is sending out is the lack of. From here, it can bring you exactly what it is that you're asking for. And it might not necessarily be that house that you've seen, but it will be a house that feels like how you feel seeing that house. But it means that you have to put your energy in that place of it. So your biggest challenge with 42, how do you get over 42? What would the easiest lesson be for you? The easiest lesson would be 6. Because when you're in that mode of nobody supports me, nobody loves me, I'm not connected to anything, you are connected to everything. In the 2, the lower frequency is that you're not connecting to everything and nobody loves and supports you. But in the higher frequency, the 2 is love is all around. You are love itself. The universe is loving you constantly. It's always sending signs and synchronicities to let you know that it's there. So there's a mixture of ways for I think the 6 is the easiest way, but to incorporate it with the 2. So the 6, let's say with the 2, would be nobody loves and supports me. Everybody is just out to get me. Nobody's supporting me. Nobody helps me. It's that feeling of being the victim. But on the other end of that is I am supported and loved. I am love. The universe loves me. The universe is always showing me the way. The universe is guiding me. And watch out for those signs and synchronicities. I'll give you an example. Let's say you saw a car. It's happening to my husband at the moment. It's really funny to watch him. So let's say you saw a car and you're like, oh, I really like that car. And then let's say you were in lower frequency, so you go into but I can't have that car, everybody else will get that car, I'm never going to get that car. That's one version of the car. But the other version is you keep seeing that car everywhere you go, and you can still be in that lower frequency and be like, I keep getting shown that car everywhere I go. I get shown that car, And it just reminds me that everybody else has the opportunity to get it, but I'm never going to get it. And you feel jealous and envious about that. Rather than, I keep seeing that card, the universe is showing me, I heard you, I know what you want, I see what you want, and I'm just checking to see whether you still want that. And it keeps showing you the card to see if you can have those good feelings about that card, to know how your energy is moving towards that card. Is it in lower frequency where you'll never receive it, or is it in higher frequency where you're attracting it? Either way, you're attracting. This one is attracting things that don't feel good, the lack of. This one is attracting what it is that makes you feel good. So when you're in 42, the 6 is the easiest way to maneuver it. When you find yourself in the lack of, move yourself to the abundance of. When you find yourself in this place of being the victim and not feeling good and everybody's against you and it feeling like crap, move yourself into that place of love. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are showing you the guidance that's around you to help you stay in that place. But when you hear within yourself, nobody loves me, remind yourself you are love itself. The universe is guiding and supporting you all the time. And the only reason you don't feel connected to that is because you're focused on this, not this. You've put yourself in a lower frequency, which means you're seeing everything that doesn't work for you. So the biggest thing for you that would help would be the 5 energy, which is interesting because you're coming from the 5 energy. 41 would have been the 5 energy, 4-1 is 5. That should have been your practice at that point, but you didn't know all of this at that point. So let's move beyond that. But 41 would have been to focus on the 5. Bring yourself back to that place of gratitude. That place of gratitude helps you to get to this place of higher frequency like this. When you focus on what you feel grateful for, and not just, I feel grateful for my family, I feel grateful for my house. Why are you grateful for these things? Because the more effort and energy you put into that gratitude, the more it's growing within you. The more you feel it throughout yourself, the more in love you become, the more in abundance you're feeling. So you're bringing yourself back to that place.